This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hello everybody, welcome to show 347 Aussie Mac Zone. Zarn, how are you tonight, sir?
Fantastic, Michael. I'm just writing a post about us being live and sending it out to our millions of fans.
That's right. Getting a lot more interactions on Facebook lately.
Excellent.
So our first story, while you're posting that out,
Yes, our first story.
27-inch iMacs get an upgrade. The ultimate desktop now features much faster performance, SSDs across the line, and even more stunning Retina 5K display, higher quality camera, speakers, and mics. Up to 10 core processors and more memory capacity, whether composing a new song with hundreds of tracks, compiling thousands of lines of code, or processing large photos with machine learning. The 27-inch iMac with the latest 6, 8 and 8 core 10th generation Intel processors has pro-level performance for a wide range of needs. It's up to 65% faster.
Awesome.
It's also got next generation AMD graphics for GPU-based rendering, editing multi-streams of 4K video, or playing a graphics-intensive game. The 27-inch iMac has more powerful next-generation AMD graphics, which delivers up to 55% faster graphics performance from its Radeon Pro 5000 series graphics. The SSDs and the Apple T2 security chip across the line. The 27-inch iMac now comes standard with SSDs, delivering a blazing fast up to 3.4 gigabytes a second for launching applications and opening large files.
Fantastic.
The Retina 5K display, now with True Tone and a Nano texture option, with 14.7 million pixels, 1 billion colours, 500 nits of brightness, and support for a P3 wide colour gamut. The Retina display on iMac delivers an immersive front-of-screen viewing experience. And now the stunning Retina 5K display on the 27-inch iMac features True Tone technology, which automatically adjusts the colour temperature of the display to match a user's ambient lighting. Now the new Mac also offers a nano texture glass option, first introduced on the Pro Display XDR, for even better viewing under various lighting conditions such as bright room or indirect sunlight.
The camera as well.
It's not just a matte finish on the display which reflects light and stuff. It's actually like sandblasted display, so the light refracts everywhere. I believe that's the right way to put it.
I think that's the right word.
Yeah. Now, the improved camera, high-fidelity speakers and studio-quality mics for customers using their iMac more than ever to connect with friends, family and colleagues. The FaceTime HD camera now features 1080p resolution with speakers that enable variable EQ, as an equalizer, for better balance, higher fidelity and deeper bass. In addition, a new studio-quality microphone array enables users to capture high-quality audio for improved FaceTime calls, podcast recordings, voice memos, and more, right on their iMac. So, yeah, big update we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
And
that's
it just
huge.
takes us into story 2.
Yeah. Also updates to the 21.5-inch Mac and iMac Pro. Apple Day has also announced that its 21.5-inch Mac will come standard with the SSD across the line for the first time. Customers can also choose to configure their 21.5-inch Mac with a Fusion drive. iMac Pro now comes standard with a 10-core Intel Xeon processor.
Xeon.
Xeon.
Yeah.
Xeon. Designed for pro users who require a workstation class performance. iMac Pro features Xeon, is that right? Or Xeon? Xeon processor, up to 18 cores, graphic performance up to 22 teraflops. Sounds like a made-up word, doesn't it?
Super
my computer does 22 teraflops. Up to 256 gigabyte quad-channel EEC memory and a brilliant 27-inch Retina 5K display.
Yes.
Yeah.
People have been waiting for, and these are probably the last Intel iMacs.
Yeah.
Especially the ordinary ones,
hey,
not necessarily the Pro.
Yep.
Because we've got the new Apple Silicon ones that we're waiting.
Yep.
We're waiting for.
Yep.
Something for us to really look forward to. Yes, and people it's been a while since the iMac had an update, so they've all had big updates.
Yes.
I've got a customer who's buying his first iMac Pro, and he's got to wait another 4 or 5 weeks till they reach Australia, I believe.
Wow.
So, but yeah, he's spending about $8,000 on it. So, special project. He's got a special project for it. So yeah.
I hope so. Jeez, that's dropping that sort of money.
Yeah. So what have we got? No gaming?
No gaming. I haven't had a
busy?
chance. I haven't had a chance to do gaming. Yeah. I'll try to get a game in at least once a fortnight. I apologise. I'm studying, I'm working, and 3 children, and sometimes I just don't get a chance to game as much as I would like to. Trust me, I'd like to do it.
Make an effort.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to be gaming all the time, but yeah, that's not going to happen. I've got to keep a functioning relationship as well.
Live on the edge, son.
That's right.
The singles edge.
I've done that. It's not very good.
So, there's a new Apple film reveals full power of the iPhone, and it's incredible. So, we've got a link to it. There's Creative Bloke, I believe it's pronounced, shows us Apple's latest addition to its Shot on iPhone campaign. Is an epic journey through cinematic history and proves exactly what's possible when shooting a film using an iPhone, which is good, as that's kind of the point, right? Filmed by Oscar winner Damien Chazelle, the 9-minute film titled The Stunt Double is the first in the campaign to be shot vertically, and the footage is tailor-made for this format. Something that Chazelle was hyper aware of and calls part of the fun in the accompanying making of video. The vertical format with the black space around it initially feels slightly off because we're so used to seeing everything shot horizontally and filmed on the screen.
Yeah.
However, it quickly becomes clear that the vertical format is the jewel in this film's crown, with the action taking place vertically. Think parachutes dropping from the sky and close-ups that go slightly off screen. The unusual styling left is inspired to see what we could achieve with one of the best camera phones around. Viewers follow the whirlwind of a stunt double's career. It's a plot that lends itself to the aim of the campaign, with the diverse styles making use of the entire cinematic range, including contrasting colour palettes such as vibrant old Hollywood, just like La La Land, Chazelle's Oscar winner, cool action thriller, and black and white silent film, just to name 3. So, it's just watching the making of it is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I haven't actually watched the full thing yet. I've only watched the making of, which was awesome. So I'm looking forward to watching the whole lot. And it was really tricky. And you can see why he used those. There's a few shots where you're looking straight up a staircase, all the way to the top, and it's got like the stained glass windows or whatever behind him, and whereas what's either side of the staircase is irrelevant. Very, very clever the way it's been done.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so it was really good to see, and I can anybody that's into it, especially vertical video people, it's definitely worth watching.
You see Josh Brolin too, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
So
number 2.
Yeah, Apple TV unveils first look at Long Way Up, a new original unscripted series starring Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman. Apple TV today unveiled a first look at Long Way Up, an epic new motorcycle series starring and executive producer by Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, which reunites best friends after more than a decade since their last motorbike adventure around the world. The first 3 episodes of Long Way Up will premiere globally on Apple TV on Friday, September 18th, and new episodes will roll out weekly, covering 13,000 miles over 100 days through 16 borders crossings.
Awesome,
16 border crossings. Sorry.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Doing that many kilometres and that.
Oh my God!
So
cool.
Just chat.
I know. Like when you ride too, because you've got those little intercoms when you ride.
Yeah.
And so you can just be chatting away on your bike, riding around, just chatting away. That'd be great.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, don't. That's fine. Speaking of that, that's what Adam and I have dreamt of doing something similar for years. Yeah. We wanted to ride all the way down, to watch the bikes in Melbourne.
Phillip Island,
Phillip Island, so it's not even Melbourne, and he, comes from Brizzy all the way down and meets me here in Sydney. From Sydney, we go down into Melbourne. From Melbourne, there, and then back, and
it's a great trip.
Yeah, and so it just sounds phenomenal. And I one day it will happen when we can work it out properly, and we both have bikes at the same time. And
is that why you want my motor scooter fixed up so you can ride?
I want to do a motor scooter fixed up so I can go to and from work, and I'm still on a bike. So I still get that, even though it's a scooter, I still get that, the bike thing. There's nothing like it. I grew up on motorbikes.
Except when it's freezing cold and pouring rain.
You got to bear with it though. But still, riding in the rain's horrible. I don't like it.
The cheap white plastic shopping bags you can't get anymore. I used to put those on my feet in the mornings when it was so cold, just to try and keep the wind off them and let them get warm a little bit.
I've literally worn a auto bag on my bike. And just cut the top out when my head comes in, helmet on, closed visor, auto bag, and I'm dry. Making sure it doesn't get caught in the wheel. You just sit on it, bring it around, so it's covering your knees, but then from your legs down and your feet get drenched. I
used to ride because I used to go from Quakers Hill to St Leonard's before the freeways were there on the scooter. I used to wear a dryzer bone.
Yep.
The whole time.
Yeah, my old man did the same thing on his bike, so I always wore a dryzer bone. Yeah. He swore by him. So
and the only time I had it off was in the wet.
Yep.
Just went round a corner, I was on Pendle's Road, went round a corner, just slipped out from under me, whether there'd been an accident there earlier and there was oil on the road or whatever.
Yeah.
Just disappeared out from under me. Not trying hard, not having a fun.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be careful, people. But
you do.
Sorry, through 16 border crossings.
Yeah, sorry.
And 13 countries. Sorry to just go off on a tangent there.
Starting from the city of
Ushuaia.
Yeah. At the tip of South America, Ewan and Charlie journey through the glorious and underexposed landscapes of South and Central America in their most challenging exploration to date, using cutting-edge technology on the back of their they're riding the new electric Harley Davidsons. Yeah, right. And one of them is anyway. Oh no, they both are.
No, I think that's cool. In
the photo, there's the live wire. Yeah, I was just looking at the photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the back of their electric Harley Davidson LiveWires, in order to contribute to sustainability of the planet. Now the LiveWire's just come out.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've got to and they've made this movie is fantastic, and it's really smart both for Apple TV and Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
And it's great because, Apple's been talking about electric cars, and like Samsung have been talking about electric cars. A whole bunch of companies that normally don't make cars have been talking about electric cars.
Yeah.
And so for their Apple then to back Harley Davidson with their LiveWire and make the movie and promote the bike as well as that, but that's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely 100% interested in that, not only as a motorbike fan, but as also as an electric car/motorcycle fan. Sorry?
A forward-facing gentleman looking to the future.
Yes, that's right. I know that our petroling, guzzling days are soon to, be at an end.
Yeah.
But I still like fast cars. I still like fast motorcycles. And so I'm willing to embrace the future.
Well,
because otherwise, how are we going to do it?
Electric cars are fast.
They are.
Off the line. There's no mucking about.
They're so quick. Have you watched, there's a series on Netflix. I think it's called The Fastest Car.
Yeah.
And they all drag race. And the Tesla makes it into the final drag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, it doesn't win, unfortunately. But the fact that it got up there with cars that are built specifically for drag racing. and
it's a Tesla.
And it's a Tesla.
Yeah.
Mind you, it had been, all the extras had been pulled out of it.
Yeah.
To make it a bit more lightweight. And it had slicks on it as well. So it had been set up for racing.
We've only got to reduce the battery to last 5 minutes, not, 5 hours, don't you?
That's right. And so they take out half the batteries.
Yeah.
Take out all the interior. And the car, they're phenomenal. They're so quick.
The noise.
Yeah.
You put the speakers in the back.
but not just that's not just the noise. The instant power.
Yeah.
As soon as you touch it, drive by wire, boom. As soon as you touch it, it's on. Yeah. Torque, bam, you're off. Fun. Sounds good to me.
Very special.
Yeah. Anyway.
And our number 3 entertainment this week, because there is a bit. Ted Lasso.
Yes.
A new comedy starring Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Who plays Ted Lasso, a small-time college football coach from Kansas, hired to coach a professional soccer team in England, despite having no experience coaching soccer. So the 10-episode series starts next Friday. That's why I'm telling you about it now.
Hey, Kellyanne. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Kellyanne. Hello.
Hello, Levi. Hello, Hunter. Hello, Mason.
They're all there. Hello, my beautiful little men.
That's right. Well, if Kellyanne's there, the boys probably want us to say hello.
Excellent. Now, things coming new in our OSs.
Yes.
Mac OS Big Sur has come to public beta.
Awesome.
Please remember this is a beta. So although this version is fine, the next update may break something you really need. So just if something in your machine is super critical, you may not want to use it.
Yeah. So, MacBook Pro battery problems confirmed by Apple.
Yeah.
Forbes reports MacBook owners have been expressing concerns online over the intermittent lack of battery charging on their Mac OS powered laptops. Apple has confirmed that details of the problem, and it is a design flaw in the user interface. MacBook owners have been expressing concern online over their intermittent lack of battery charging on their Macs powered laptops. Apple has confirmed. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
And it's designed for yes. So that was. Sorry, I was just said it over.
So basically, what I understand, because I haven't seen the fault, is the battery icon at the top
Yep.
shows that it's not charging,
Yep.
whereas in real life it is charging.
Okay. Yep.
And it's to do with, because we've got battery management now.
Yes.
So that if you leave yours plugged in a lot, it's only going to go to 80%. It's not, and there's just some
Yeah.
little issue there in the layout and design of that. Maybe when it's 75%, it goes, "Oh, I'm not charging," where it really is
Yep.
supposed to be showing you the picture of it still charging. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So
Good product
hackers.
for when we're stuck indoors. Now I haven't written anything about this, but it's called, and it's so good. The box has just got a sticker on it that says Stouch F. It's
Yeah.
a MagSafe power converter, and I'll just hold it up in front of the camera.
Yep.
So it's got, just let me hear, USB-C here for the input
Yep.
to your laptop, and at the other end you can use new or old MagSafe connectors.
Excellent.
So I've used another brand which worked, but they didn't work for very long, and then they'd play up, and then you'd have to wiggle the magnet and carry on.
Yeah.
And they were just felt cheap and plasticky.
Yeah.
Because I use an Apple display which got a MagSafe built in,
Yep.
and which means I don't have to have another power point with power running out of it just to charge the Mac.
Yep.
And I think it was about $10
Yep.
on eBay. Or Amazon. Only took a couple of days to get here, and so far it's been working great, and it actually feels a lot better made. Like the cable between the box and the USB-C, shorter and thicker. Just
Yep.
feels better made, I think. So yeah, that's just something. If you're,
You've just chopped out a sink.
ones lying around, and you can just chuck that in, and that way you can both be charging. If you can give the missus or whoever, the kids, the USB-C charger, and you can use the old MagSafe one. Just make sure it's the right current. That's all.
Yeah. You've just dropped out a sink. I can still hear and see you.
Yeah.
It's just that you're talking, and then it's coming just after.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So
Or is it only FaceTime that I'm dropped out?
Yeah, it might just be in FaceTime. Hang on. Just let me turn this off for 2 seconds. It's just that
Yeah.
you're talking, and then it's coming just after. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's just in FaceTime. It's fine.
Okay.
Never mind that. All
So-
right.
Now, hacker finds security breach in Microsoft Office that leads to taking control of Mac, now patched. 9 to 5 Mac reports former NSA hacker Patrick Waddell found a security breach in Microsoft Office for Mac that can lead hackers to take control of the entire Mac. Waddell was able to gain access to the computer with just a simple Office document containing malicious codes. As reported by Vice, the breach is based on the macro feature, which allows users to automate some tasks in Microsoft Office apps with custom commands and instructions. These attacks are common on Windows, but Waddle now demonstrates that something similar is possible on Mac as well. While the attack requires user interaction to work, the hacker warns that some people might still allow it as they may not understand the risk, because basically you're opening a particular Word or Excel document, and it says, it comes up and says Excel needs permission to do something on your system, and a lot of people just go, thinking that they need to have it done. So to inject the malicious code, the hacker used different breaches and bugs that he found in Microsoft Office apps. He created a file in SLK format to bypass the macOS security system. Since this particular format is used by Microsoft Office, macOS doesn't ask if users really want to open the file, even if they have downloaded it from an unknown source. So, please do any updates for Office or Outlook. And I think on the current version, you still go to the Help menu and go check for updates and do your updates, please. So we're talking, Office 2016, Office 365, etc.
Yeah.
Please go and check for updates and do your updates.
I've got a little bit of a story. It's gaming related,
Yeah.
but it's not a game. It was just a little something you sent me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Microsoft condemns Apple's App Store policies.
Yeah.
And so it's from the New Yorker, is it? Is that right?
Yeah, probably.
Yep. And it says Microsoft is now rebunking Apple over its stringent developer restrictions and its stance on cloud gaming apps, which the iPhone maker does not allow. Sorry, one moment. Does not allow. Where am I? On the App Store for apparent violations of its guidelines. In a statement attributed to a Microsoft spokesperson, the company tells The Verge, Apple stands alone as the only general-purpose platform to deny consumers from cloud gaming and gaming subscription services like Xbox Game Pass. Apple earlier today elaborated on its controversial position to not allow services like Microsoft up-and-coming xCloud and the competing Google Stadia platform to exist on the App Store because the company cannot review individual games available on cloud platforms. A number of other App Store guidelines also bar cloud services from existing on iOS unless they are designed more like remote desktop software. Yeah, so so it goes on to say Microsoft says that Apple is denying consumers the benefits of such technology, therefore unfair enforcement of its App Store rules. It continues. It continues on that path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it is as simple as Apple can't say. Yeah. Apple might rate a game as PG-13, and Microsoft might rate it as PG-15. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, I know.
And because Apple guidelines are that, or say you can't buy stuff through the, Microsoft wants you to buy stuff through the program, and Google wants you to buy stuff through the program. Yeah. Apple won't let you do that.
That's right. And not just that, but Google are notoriously renowned for giving up your details and everything like that. Yeah. And so, therefore, why would Apple, being so strict with their security and your privacy and everything like, let a third party in to then ruin that? So I get it. And I totally agree. It would be good to get the Microsoft Game Pass, because I do play a lot of games on the Game Pass on my console, but it's neither here nor there. That's just well, that'd be nice. I can still do it. I just can't do it on my phone. Yeah. So it's not a great loss.
Yeah, it just depends on what games you're into, etc. So
yeah.
Yes, Apple do things that we don't like, but Apple, more importantly, do a lot of things we do like.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's all part of rolling it. Now, this is important at the moment.
Yep.
IBM helps bring supercomputers into the global fight against COVID-19.
Awesome.
At IBM, the writer has had the privilege of working with colleagues who have dedicated their lives and careers to advancing science and creative, innovative technology that can be a force for progress in the world. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we've been working closely with governments in the US and worldwide to find all available options to put our technology and expertise to work to help organisations be resilient and adapt to the consequences of the pandemic, and to accelerate the process of discovery and enable the scientific and medical community to develop treatments and ultimately a cure. Now, in collaboration with the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy and the US Department of Energy and many others, IBM is helping launch the COVID-19 High Performance Computing Consortium, which will bring forth an unprecedented amounts of computing power. 16 systems with more than 330 petaflops, which is more than those teraflops you were talking about earlier. 775,000 CPU cores, 34,000 GPUs, and counting, to help researchers everywhere better understand COVID-19, its treatments and potential cures.
Wow.
How can supercomputers help us fight the virus? These high-performance computing systems will allow researchers to run very large numbers of calculations in epidemiology, bioinformatics, and molecular modelling. These experiments would take years to complete if worked by hand, or months if handled on slower traditional computing platforms. So thank you, IBM, for getting in behind it.
Yeah.
Very important.
That's
And
so
it's just,
cool.
yeah, you can think of, I want to run something and it takes 10 minutes on my machine here, or 2 minutes on using the IBM one
Yeah.
to get a result. And when we're desperately trying to get vaccine,
Yeah.
we need the result.
Excellent. So cool.
Yes. So, Phil Schiller.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, trying to find it.
Story 6.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'm almost there. Oh, here we go. Phil Schiller advances to Apple fellow. Apple has announced. Sorry?
Fellow. Apple fellow.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Apple fellow. Apple has announced that Phil Schiller will become an Apple fellow, continuing a storied career that began in Apple in 1987 in the role which reports to Apple CEO Tim Cook. Schiller will continue to lead the App Store and app events. Josh
Riak.
Thank you, Josh Riak. A long-time leader within the product marketing organization, will join the executive team as Senior Vice President of World Marketing. Phil has helped make Apple the company it is today, and his anyway, yeah. Contributions. Thank you, Michael. God damn. Broad, vast, and run deep. In this now new role, he will continue to provide the incredible thought, partnership, and guidance that has defined his decades at Apple, said Tim Cook, CEO. All yours. You can finish it.
Jos's many years of leadership in the product marketing organisation made him perfectly suited to his new role and will ensure a seamless transition at a moment when the team is engaged in such important and exciting work. I'm thrilled with the whole executive team will benefit from his collaboration, ideas, and energy. Schiller has helped guide Apple's products as well as its marketing for 30 years. He most recently led the effort to plan and execute Apple's first ever virtual worldwide developers conference. The event, notable both for its innovative software and hardware announcements, as well as its creative and much praised execution, set a new standard for what virtual events can achieve in the era of COVID-19. It's been a dream come true for me to work at Apple on so many products I love, with all of those great friends, Steve, Tim, and so many more, said Schiller. I first started at Apple when I was 27. This year I turned 60, and it's time for some planned changes in my life. I'll keep working here as long as they will have me. I bleed 6 colours, but I also want to make some time in years ahead for my family, friends, and a few personal projects I care about. Now, also, Josh Riak takes on the role of Senior Vice President of Worldwide Marketing. This organisation is responsible for Apple's product management and product marketing, developer relations, market research, business management, as well as education, enterprise, and international marketing. Wozniak brings more than 20 years in leadership roles across the Apple product marketing and has served as the Vice President of Worldwide Product Marketing for the past 4 years. Wozniak has overseen the product management and product marketing for numerous breakthrough products, including the original iPod and iPhone. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering from the University of Michigan. So
Awesome.
Congratulations to Joz and Phil. Thank you, mate. And the reason they go for things like the Apple Fellow, for people that have been there for a long time and achieve greatness, is because they have their own Apple University for teaching people.
Yeah.
And that's where they follow that sort of guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he's 60 this year,
33 years.
Yeah. Well, how old am I? 42 makes you 63 this year. So you would have been what? Just close to 30 when you started working on them.
He did.
You.
When I started working with.
I started working on Apple products.
No, I started in 1984, so I was.
Oh, there 20. You go. Yeah, so there you go. So it was 87, so 3 years difference. So yeah, it's about 27, 25, in between 25, 27 years old.
Sorry, say it again.
How old would you been then?
I was about 20.
Oh, about 20, there you go.
Yeah, well, let me think. 84, 6 is 90, 20, 10, 30. Yeah, 36 years.
Yeah, wow.
10, 20, 30. Yeah, 36 years ago.
That's crazy good.
And still loving it.
Yeah, totally. Right?
Yeah.
And passing it down to family, like the love for it as well.
Yeah.
Like, we're definitely an Apple family in this house. I've spoken about it before, where my dad's come over and said, "Oh, you're on your tablet," and Mason corrected him, "No, I'm not on a tablet. I'm on an iPad."
That's my boy.
Hey, like I said, it's definitely in our blood. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, show promotions, show notes, links each week on show upload. The link being AussieMacZone.com.au/AMZ347. There you will see the last 6 weeks of show notes. You can email us at Michael or Zarn, that's me, at AussieMacZone.com.au.
Well, you can just search Aussie Mac Zone on your Google Podcast or Spotify or Apple Podcast app or Overcast or whatever player you use to listen to your podcasts.
Yep.
Don't forget to look at Apple News and search for Aussie Mac Zone and just
favourite us.
By hearting us. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone who watches, who listens, who subscribes. It's you guys that keep us going.
Yeah.
You're
most
amazing.
People, our listeners. And
that's
our
right.
viewers.
And our viewers, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. And it's why we still do it every week.
Yep. 347, nearly 350.
Yeah.
Nearly 350, yep.
3 episodes. Oh, wow. I didn't realise it was that far away. It's close.
There you go. So, what about the sign-off, my friend?
I know. I said, well, in that case, an apple a day keeps the androids away. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.